Hi everyone. I just thought I'd share with you the planners that I've created that will hopefully help out with planning with aspects of the NCEA review in mind. I know there are a lot of things to take into account, such as the curriculum, the matrix, Mātauranga Māori aspects, and as well as pedagogy, the P word that I hate, and so on. So how do you map that out? So some of you might have seen my blog, this one here, and about how and why I played with planning. Now, it started from Mātauranga Māori, and I thought, how will I plan for that? How will I bring Mātauranga Māori into my planning, into lessons, and so on? And so I played around, and a lot of you have seen the Mark 1, Mark 2, Mark 3. I'm actually now up to Mark 5, and I've simplified it a lot using drop-down boxes. So let's have a look at those now. So in my planners resource, there are course planners, as you can see here, and unit planners. So we'll have a look at the course planners first. Okay, so there are course planners here for year 9s to year 13s, and also there's a mothership, which is something that you might be able to use for a 5-year program. So I'll show you that in a minute. So shall we start with good old year 11? I'll just have a look at this course planner. Okay, so here we have the course planner for year 11. So along here, so you can put your themes or units down the left hand side. I really want to point to my screen, which is no use to you, of course. So this is something that the HOF or the little management team will get together and think about, what are we going to do for year 11. So you can have your themes or units down the left hand side, as I said. You might want to put in text if you want teachers to use specific text, and then you can think about, well, okay, with this this unit here, what aspects of Mātauranga Māori might we want to see, and that can be from a teaching, from the way lessons are delivered perspective, or it can be with the resources that you create accordingly. And a lot of you, as I've said before with my blog, you would have seen the things that I looked at for Lord of the Flies, and the way I brought Mātauranga Māori into that. So if you click on these drop down boxes, there are things to choose from there. So you can choose as many as you like, or you can type in your own. Okay, if you delete, just hit delete, it doesn't take the drop down menu away, so don't worry about that. You might want to think about the language of, so it might be, you might be doing figurative language and so on. So crafted written text, maybe it's the language of documentary, whatever, put that one in. And if you wanted to bring in the matrix, so the aspects for year 11 from the matrix are all there. You can see language, interpreting, aesthetics, and Māori voices. And the same thing along here, we've got, this is the New Zealand curriculum. Now I've aimed at level 6 for year 11, level 7 for year 12, and level 8 for year 13. But as it says there, level 6 given here, but students could be below or above, as we know, and there's a link to the curriculum document there if you want it. Same here, there's a link to the matrix if you need it. So all of these are already typed in for you, and you can just select, same as the indicators. I'm running out of room here. Your P&A and so on. Why is that moving like that? Okay, so you just can scroll along, and you'll notice here that this column always stays when you scroll, and so do these rows, so you don't need to worry about not being able to see your headings. Okay, so this is making meaning, and this is creating meaning, so you just drop it down and drop it down, and then you can put your activities and assessments in there. Now I've put in the old standards and the new standards, and as I said before, there are gaps there. You can type your own things in. along here you can type in any details. Just note, because it is a spreadsheet, you will need to hit Alt Enter to make a page break, and at first it drove me nuts the first couple of times, but actually it's really easy to get used to in the end. So you can put all of your themes down there. Now this prints out fine. Yeah, good as gold. Okay, so let's now look at the mothership. So if you wanted to do, say, a 5-year program to follow, I've got this on the wrong sheet, to follow through from your year 9s to your year 13s, for example, then this might be something that will help. I've put year 7s and 8s there for area schools, so it'd be a 7-year program. Or perhaps you've got a feeder intermediate that you are in close contact with that you know you could work with to create a seamless program. There are many aspects, as you can see here, that you could think about when you think, you know, design your 5-year program, if that's what you're wanting to do. So some of these drop downs aren't really populated. So if you have a look at theme here, I've just typed in click tab at left tab at bottom of your screen and fill in your own options. For example, you could have a theme of climate change, consumerism, legends, whatever you like. Now where you type those options are in here. Okay, as soon as you put things in anywhere where there is yellow, and you can see there the columns there, anywhere, if you type in anywhere there is yellow, this sheet will pick them up for the drop down boxes. Excuse me. You could be focusing on a particular curriculum aspect, so there's processes and strategies there, and then you've got purpose, ideas, purpose, audience, ideas, language, features, structure, the key competencies. Perhaps you want to focus on one of those, values. So these are all curriculum things. Nothing to stop you adding in your own school values there. Again, just click on the sheet down the bottom here and type it in here. Okay, so we just type in eating chocolate, of course, chocolate. And then we go back to our sheet here, values, and eating chocolate's appeared. Excellent, that's a good value. That's not really a value, that's a skill. Okay, so skills, and again, I've just said click left tab at bottom to fill in your own options, but there's, you know, that kind of thing there, proofreading, stream of consciousness, writing, reading beyond the lines. Perhaps there's an aspect of your year level that you want to look at. Genre, I've put in a few genre there. Again, you can add your own. The language of Mātauranga Māori, resources, you could add your own in there. I've just done a little blurb. Oh, I forgot to freeze that left hand column. I will do that. Routines, for example, perhaps you have a daily dash writing starter. Everyone's going to be using exit passes on a Friday or whatever. Friday fun day, glitter and glue. I just had to add that in there. Have a look at my website. Perhaps you want everybody to be starting and or finishing with a karakia. Perhaps there's going to be some weekly rote learning, you know, things like vocab, like what is a metaphor? Some of those things actually, rote learning is good. Our practice, perhaps there are things that you want to consider in the way you deliver your lessons. Activities, again, click your own. And then assessments, I've gone the whole hog, and you can type your own year 9 and 10 things in, but I've got all of the level 1, 2 and 3 things there, including the new ones and the possible new ones for levels 2 and 3. Okay, so hopefully that saves you a whole lot of time and angst. Obviously you don't need to use every column, it doesn't matter, and when you print it out, these things will just be left blank. You're not going to get all these little arrows. Okay, so just, you know, focus on the thing you want to focus on. As I say, you don't have to use every column, obviously. Okay, so let's look now at the unit planners. Same kind of thing. Go for year 11 again. Such a great year level. type in your little bits and bobs up here, and then you can type your lessons in here. As with the other one, these rows will expand as you type. So you can put your lesson date in there, type in your resources that you want, your Mātauranga Māori focus or angle, stick one in there. You can type anything else in there. The language of, what are you looking at? The language of film perhaps, or something else, type it in yourself. Significant learning, choose one. And then there's curriculum things. You don't have to do all of this. Depends how anal retentive you want to be. And then you can say here, working on or towards. So this is for this lesson. For example, what are the key motivations and values of our key character Tristan? Are you working towards some skills or something for an assessment there, or perhaps not? Perhaps it's just for the fun of it. Okay, so it's okay to put NA. So there is an NA option here. Look, oh, NA. Again, and this is creating meaning. You can choose all of this stuff. It's really, really easy. And then you look really flash. Okay, so easy peasy. I think I remembered to say everything. Again, columns and rows are all frozen, so it doesn't matter where you are, you still see these. Yeah, I hope these planners are of use. Give me some feedback, let me know, and also in the description I'll put the links to that blog that I mentioned earlier and anything else that I think is handy. Okay, enjoy.